A very good evening to our viewers at home. Welcome to our episode, our live episode of Insurance Book. My name is Upe Lamini. It's always a pleasure to come through every Thursday. Stokuluma ne makhasimende aga United Holdings. As usual, I'm not alone. Ngihamba ne wonderful guest yethu. I'm introduce her shortly. But just to remind Emma Kasimende Aid for United Holdings, the Solo in our Indlela Yonke, through our different product offerings, we are making sure the Emma Swati gets the best of service and the best of Emma solutions when it comes to insurance and Emma loans. So Masatila Mahle, Sitimise, Leclerc Sembison said for Sisinawa Indlela Yonke through our wide range of funeral insurance products under United Life Assurance. We are saying every Liswadi should have access to insurance. But we should all have access to funeral insurance. Under United General Insurance, we are saying everything that matters to you also matters to us. That's why we're saying bring it to us, let us protect it. Could it be your business, your assets? You can also actually have a qualified lawyer by your side that is going to be there for you should you need any legal representation or any legal advice. We have a wide range of legal practitioners that can assist you, because you never know. You never know when you can come across one a litigation matter that would need a lawyer, a professional lawyer, because sometimes you may think, I know this thing, and then two days down the line, and you're like, hey, I should have gotten a lawyer. For only 50 Malangeni, you have a lawyer by your side that is going to be there for you. But anyway, today we're not talking about legal insurance. We also have health insurance from United Health Insurance, which is there to assist them as well to get the best medical attention when they get to the local hospitals. We are also able to afford our clients the opportunity to go outside the borders of Eswatini to get the right medical attention that they deserve and they need at that time. We also have United Pay that is there to assist them as well when that mid-life crisis gets there. A friend of mine usually says, when there's too much money at the end of the money, that's when you need United Pay. Definitely United Pay is there to assist you when you get to that situation of too much money at the end of the money. We are really, really excited about today's program because we usually hear people talking about ngumshwalensi, really I've been paying for 10 years and now my insurance policy has been deactivated or has lapsed. What am I going to do? How do I reactivate it? Does it really lapse after that 1 month that I miss of not paying premiums? So today we'll be getting all your answers, but we are focusing on funeral insurance today. I know we have a wide range of funeral products that you may have wanted to hear more about. We'll see what happens if I miss a month. What happens if I miss a premium? But before we get into our program for today, someone Mr. Kundani. Siphilile sine Mr. Kundani njani? It's a pleasure to have you back on the show, Mr. Kundani. How was your week? And I know I'm always getting into matters instead of asking how you are and how's your week. Settings are been double festive. How's your week going? How are your preparations for the festive season?
No, thank you, boss. Thank you for asking. I'm very well and I'm okay. And as we are getting into festive, I'm a little bit nervous with all these things that are going around with those promotions. But aside that, I'm so excited that we are still here. We continue to be here for our clients again. So that just gives me the comfort that I have.
You should be excited, Mr. Kundani. It's a season of giving, and I am hoping I'll be receiving a gift from yourself.
I've got a house full of gifts here. My office is full of gifts because I need to be giving out gifts every week going forward. So there's just too much in here. I'm a Father Christmas.
I know you are Father Christmas. Asibeke eceleni lesikhwama sakho saFather Christmas for next week. I know next week ngifuna abalaleli bajabule ukuthi cha vele ngiFather Christmas baba Mr. Kundani. Definitely next week I'm prepared. I think I have to get also Father Christmas so that I should get less cause Father Christmas into khona ukuthi baba vele babone ukuthi namhla kubi sesikhismusi saying early Christmas.
That's true. Get me also another one so that will be 2 Father Christmases here.
No, the many the merrier. The many the merrier. Mr. Kundani, I know I've already stated ukuthi namhla sikhuluma ngani, and balaleli that are interested to know ukuthi mbamba yini lokulapsa kwapolice. Let's start with what is the lapsing of a policy, and what causes a policy to lapse. If we're talking about funeral policies today, because that's where your expertise are.
Okay, thank you so much, Ngozi. Yeah, today we'll only be speaking about lapsing in as far as funeral policies are concerned. So basically, when we are talking about lapsing of a policy, especially under funeral insurance, we are simply talking about your cover stopping, or the value of cover stopping because you have stopped paying your premiums. Remember, I remember the last time that I was here, we were talking about insurance and defining what is insurance. So from that definition, we put it across that insurance is just an agreement between an insurer and the client who is insured. And then the insurer is promising to pay out a benefit, in our case, which will be the sum assured, be it 50,000 that we have, or be it 40,000. But then in return for that, the client or the insured is also promising to pay what we call a premium. So that premium is what keeps the promise going. So should the client or the insured stop paying that premium, then the promise is broken and the insurance will then lapse. So lapsing is just a term that is used when we are talking in terms of insurance, just to refer to a promise that is broken, either by not paying off your insurance premiums, and then the insurer cannot then be able to honor his part, so your cover would have stopped.
All right, Mr. Kundani, thank you so much. That was a clear definition, because I think we stated last week, a relationship between the insured and the insurer, and they both have obligations towards that partnership that we have, insurance treaty that is being signed. Maybe just to understand, in terms of funeral insurance, how long does it take for insurance, if a policy, say lapse,
Okay, thank you guys for that one. That is a very important question. For funeral policies, the insurers tend to be very gracious, or we tend to be very gracious. It takes 12 months for a policy to lapse. So we say to you, if you skip 1 month, we still believe that it's not your intention. You still want the relationship to go. You skip the 2nd month, we still believe that you still want the relationship to go. But then after you have skipped 12 consecutive months, that means you have gone for 12 months without paying an insurance premium. Then by then we then say, then you have implied that you no longer want insurance, and then your policy will lapse. So the policy lapses after 12 months, goes in short.
So what happens if I miss a month? Am I able to continue with my policy? No, ma'am. There are other penalties that you guys put in or introduce if I miss my policy, because I know after interacting with most clients, you know, there's that fear that if I miss a month, then ngumshwalensi, I cannot proceed with my policy. I know we've addressed things about ngumshwalensi before, that there is nothing like that. But you know, it takes time for clients to understand that there is nothing like that. So I want to find out from you, Butsi, what happens if I miss that 1 month? No matter I miss 2 months or 3 months. What happens when it comes to funeral insurance?
Okay, so when we are in funeral insurance, if you miss 1 month, if you miss 2 months, if you miss 3 months, you can still be able to continue with your policy. But then what then that means is you then attract what we call a waiting period penalty. Let me just take you back a little bit. So what happens when you are taking up a funeral insurance cost is we do not ask for a lot of other details, like we do not ask for your medical record, we do not ask for other things. Are you a fan of skydiving? Do you like playing with sharks or in the stand? Do you like to shoot your head, to shoot yourself in the head? Is that your hobbies? So what I'm trying to say is that because we do not do a lot of other underwriting, the only underwriting that we have under funeral insurance is what we call a waiting period. So that waiting period, when you miss a month or when you miss 2 months, you then violate that waiting period because your policy is supposed to continue. So if you miss any months that is less than 12 months, you can still be able to pay up your premium gaps, but then it will come at a cost of what we call a late premium penalty, which will be in the form of a waiting period.
Okay. What does the penalty mean?
Okay, thank you. So the penalty, what it will mean is it's just a waiting period. What it then says is we had an agreement with you before that you are going to continue to pay your premiums, and then us in return, should the insured event happen, we are going to pay you. But then if you break the promise, we are saying we are forgiving you, but then we are monitoring you. The waiting period then would then mean for that short period of time, 3 months, usually the penalty is 3 months. We'll be saying for the next 3 months, you are now saving a waiting period. Like we are now saying we are starting afresh our relationship. Let's start again. So we give you a lot of second chances. We are saying let's start again, but then let's start it afresh. And then during this waiting period, you will not be able to claim should a claim arise. So the waiting period then just serves to take away that benefit from you for that short period of time.
Okay, meaning within that 3 months waiting period, should anything happen, should anyone dies that I have covered, I will not be able to claim.
Yes, in plain language, that's that goes.
Okay, so if when someone dies within that 3 months, are there any public services? Because I know there are additional benefits that my clients like United Life Assurance get when using the funeral home and crematorium. Am I able to access those services? No, I'm just getting nothing.
Okay. Should it happen that there is death while you're on those waiting periods, you are then not supposed to be enjoying those benefits that we offer. Remember, those benefits, we offer them to active policies. That means we have to confirm that your policy is active and you qualify for what? For a payout. But then I know when we put it across like this, it then scares our customers. I should then be able to tell you that it's not that easy to say a policy is not going to pay out. There is a lot that we consider. Of course, we consider the history that we have with you, the period that you have held your insurance with us and all those things. So all those things are then taken into consideration It's not just to say, your police did not was on waiting period, then you are not going to be receiving your what? You are not going to be honoring your policy. But there is a lot that we consider. So please do not be scared, because we really look for a reason to pay you, and we really look for a reason to give you all those other benefits. But then when it is then unfortunate that you don't qualify for all those reasons, that's when then you forfeit all the other benefits.
I give Mr. Kundani that you look for the reason to pay me, not the reason not to pay me. We understand and we are happy about that, Mr. Kundani. Okay, if I come back after my policy has lapsed, what am I supposed to do? What am I expected to do? Am I starting afresh to fill in a new form? What is really expected of me?
Okay, thank you for that one. So, should it happen that you do not pay your premiums for 12 months, and then you come on the 14th month or on the 13th month or on the 15th month, and then you want to reactivate the relationship or the promise that we had at first, what we will do here is we have to start afresh now. We have to start afresh from zero. So you need then to complete a new proposal form, and then you are going to be underwritten, or you are going to be subjected to new terms like someone who is starting afresh a relationship. The reason why then you have to start afresh from zero is, remember, we have spoken about that we do not ask for a lot of other things when we are giving you a policy. We do not ask for your medical record, your hobbies, and the stuff. The only thing that we are able to underwrite, or the only thing that we are able to use so as to determine the cover that you qualify for, is your age. So then what it means is we will then be looking at your age, and then we see, do you still qualify for the same benefits that you had before your policy lapsed, or now you're now qualifying for new terms, so that we can give you a new policy under new terms, or we are giving you a new policy under the same old terms. So basically, when your policy lapses and you come back, we start a fresh relationship. You fill out fresh the proposal form, and we give you a new policy that is in line with your new age.
Okay, well, waiting period when it comes to after reactivating my policy, meaning after I've filled in the form and gave it to you guys, what happens when it comes to the waiting period? Is it the 3 months that that you give to those that probably have missed premiums, or I'm just going back to the 6 months?
Okay, so you now remember I said this is now a new policy and new term. Mm-hmm. So what it will mean then is you'll be subjected to the what? To the terms of a new policy, which will be your waiting period will go back to 6 months, because it's now a new policy. And then if you no longer qualify for the policies that fall under 6 months waiting period, and then you are now qualifying for what we call the senior covers, your waiting period will also be adjusted accordingly, and then it will be 12 months.
So if for instance, I default while I'm 63, and then I come back when I'm 64, then the whole story changes.
Hi, girls. What? Why are you defaulting for 2 years, girls?
The situations happen, Mr. Kundai. The situations happen.
No, I understand you. Yeah, it is indeed unfortunate that it happens like that, because what you realize then is that it would be unfair to then start affecting the old terms. This is now a new relationship. So we are now starting giving you new terms, because we don't want to continue or to carry over the old terms. Because if we carry over the old terms, we will believe that you are going to default again. So we don't want anything that is associated with the old policy to follow us into the new policy. We start afresh, a new clean sheet, and then everything else is if we never met.
Mr. Gundani, relationships shouldn't just die because the other person defaulted. Because what I'm trying to bring up here is the fact that before, when I'm 63, I have a maximum cover of 50,000. So my defaulting means, and coming back after I've turned 65, means I forfeited 40,000 technically, because Nasana 65, then I'm going for senior cover, right?
That's true.
Yes, if I'm going for senior cover, it is a maximum of 10,000 cover, Amish. So, but it's important to make sure that you do not default, because also Mr. Kundane is not going back to the old terms. If before before I turned 65, I was getting 50,000, and then I'm coming back after 2 years, Segna 65, I'm not going to get the 50,000 I was getting before, because now it's a new relationship. He has never met me before. So make sure that policy is on point. You do not default. If ever you have challenges, find a way to come talk to Mr. Kundane and the team to say, you know what, I'm having challenges. What can I do? Now premium, let's do it and not forfeit cover. Mr. Kunene was here some time back where he mentioned that even if you open your policy before you get to the senior citizen cover age range, you can still continue with your cover if you have opened it before you turned 65. So if you come back after 1065, then hard luck. You cannot get that maximum 50,000 cover. So make sure that you do everything before you turn 65. Answer, Mr. Kundan.
Yes,
No, you do not mind.
Thank you so much. Oh wow, you are indeed a genius, because hey, you you now have everything at your fingertips. Okay, you brought across 3 things that are very important, because when you're making your submission, it's very important that you take up cover while you are still young. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. Take your cover now, because now you qualify for more benefits, and then you qualify for more benefits at a cheaper price. And then the second thing that is very important that you brought about is when you take up your cover today, and then let's say you are 18, when you turn 65, we don't say your old cover is lapsed. Your old cover will still continue. So you will still continue as if you are 18, even when you are 75. Just see how young we continue to make you feel. Even when you turn 80, we still make you feel like you are 18. You continue with the terms that we gave you when you were 18. And then the third thing that you also brought, which is very important, is taking up a cover with us is not casting stone. Don't say, I've taken up a cover, then that is the end of it. Please feel free, communicate with us. Indeed, a lot happens, especially in the wake of this pandemic. A lot of people have been affected, a lot of jobs have been affected. So that then also made our client not able to pay premiums. It's very important that you continue to communicate with us, write to us, call us, and then we put it on writing. Because if you just go away and you are quiet, basically what it means then is you have ignored us. We try as much as possible. I'm sure we are going to be talking about it later when we talk of our KYC. But then if you do not talk to us, then it makes it difficult for us, to have that on record. Nkosi is our client. For now, she's having difficulties, but she's going to honor up your premiums after 2 months. So talk to us, and then we continue to see how we can sustain our relationship. Just like any other relationship, communication is very important, because when you have got your funeral cover with us.
Yeah, in relationship, Mr. Kundane survives on communication. Without communication, things will fall apart. Someone will say, you didn't pay your premiums. And then the other will say, but you didn't tell me. So it's important, Mr. Kundane, to keep the communication going so that everyone knows where they stand. And then I would say, you know what, Dear Simpiwe, I haven't received your premiums. Please pay up. I did receive a reminder last month to say, please pay your premiums on time, or check with your nearest branch to see is your premium in order. Which reminds me, Mr. Kunena, how do I make sure I do not skip a month? Where do I check my policy? Is it in order?
Thank you, Ngos. Yeah, it's true. It's very important that you continue to check your policies and you continue to engage and make sure that your policy is in order. You can check your policies with us. I think we are the only insurer who has got the widest range or widest branch network. We have got branch network in almost each and every corner of the country. So if you, like me, you want to see the building and the office and you want to be shown on the computer, my policy are active, you can be able to visit our branches. But then we are also a modern company. We have adopted technology from every angle. So you can engage us anytime. I know our WhatsApp numbers are there, they're always displayed. You can engage us on our WhatsApp and then you just say, hi, this is me. I just want to check, is my policy in order? You get assistance there and there. You can even be send your policy statements online, or you can send us an email. We can check for you and we can communicate with you. We can send you your policy schedules on your email. And then you can even engage us on all various social media. I know this is your department, but you want to engage with the clients in any and every method possible, and you continue to engage with them. So it's very easy to be in communication with us and to check up on your policies. And then the last thing, which is also very important, is what we call updating your information. From time to time, we do what we call KYC. Mm-hmm. What you will see from this KYC is we continuously ask you to update your information, which will be your cell phone numbers. Nowadays, it's difficult to send letters through the post, but we do need your postal addresses and your email addresses. So please make sure that from time to time, when you change your cell phone number, update us, update your policy, so that when we are sending communication, sometimes we do send SMSs just to remind you. And now we are getting into festive, we'll be sending SMSs just to wish you a good festive season. So for us to have that communication, make sure you do what we call KYC, continuously update your information with us. And it is through that continuous communication that you will be able to make sure that your policy is active and you continue to receive the best updates possible for your policy. I think that's it goes in from, yeah.
In lines of KYC, there is actually Mr. Kundani. Is everyone expected to do the KYC? No matter it's new customers or anyone who feels like, I think I have changed some of my details, then I can do the KYC. Who is expected to do the KYC?
Okay, thank you, Ngos. Yeah, everyone is expected to do KYC. Even if you've been with us for the longest time, it's important that you continuously update your policies. I'll tell you why. Because someone will say, but I've not yet changed my cell phone number. I'm still using my old cell phone number. So why should I come and then do a KYC? Okay, what you realize is that your cell phone number might have not changed, but some details on your policy might have changed. These details will include the dependents that you have covered on your policy. Some children would have grown older than 22 and now they need to have their own policies. So when you come for this KYC, you can then be able to see, you could know, this child is now old, I need to open a new policy for this child. And then you might have had new additions to the family that you have not yet put on the policy. So when you come to do a KYC, you are then able to add on those new additions to the family. Those are the children that you have not yet added on your policy. And then there is again another very important thing which becomes very important at claim stage. You realize that life is is not does not have a formula. Sometimes you realize that we put our parents as our beneficiaries on our policies. So when you put your parent as a beneficiary on your policy, and then it sometimes happens that it goes through that your parent goes before you and he goes to be with the Lord. Your policy will still say the beneficiary is your deceased parent. And then should you then pass on, your policy does not have a beneficiary who is living, then it becomes difficult now. Remember, where issues of money are concerned, we cannot then just say, okay, the beneficiary is deceased, who has come to claim, okay, we are giving you this money. It then becomes so complicated when money is involved. So KYC is very important because it makes you in touch with your policy, and it makes sure that your policy is always up to date, such that members that need to be removed, they are removed in time. Members that need to be updated, they are updated in time. We do see some other policies where the beneficiary or someone else, now you have preferred, you now have got a spouse that you would have preferred to be your beneficiary, but your beneficiary is still calling an old name that maybe you no longer associate with. So it becomes then a challenge for those ones that love you to give you that dignified send off, because they are not on the policy. So it's important that you do your KYC, your policy is up to date, and everything else is also up to date, and the payout will also be small.
Thank you, Mr. Kundan. It's really important. I think in one of the previous programs we talked about making sure we see the details that you registered on your policy are correct, because when it comes to claim stage, you find that Mage has put Simpiwe as his Piwe, which are actually two different people, because when you bring the documents, a claim stage is nagabuga, no, this person is not this person, and I cannot process this claim because they are not the same person. Then one has to go somewhere and do this and this and that. So viewers at home, it's really, really important to make sure we see all my details that you have registered with United Life Assurance are correct. Which is why we are doing this KYC exercise and encouraging our clients to visit us or call us or contact us through the different means that have been mentioned by Mr. Kundani. We have our website here that has a contact form on it. We can email us. You can use that contact form. You can email us to info@united.co.az. You can use that WhatsApp number just next to me so that you can get the assistance that you need. We do not want to find ourselves having to argue with you whilst we've been having a really good relationship with you when it comes to claim stage. So do make sure that you do your KYC, you submit your documents, you request for your policy documents. One of the most important documents you really need to have so that you can check, see, is everything in order? Then to have all your information that we need from you. This is a regulatory exercise, if I may put it through, that as United Holdings is a regulated entity, we have to align ourselves and comply to what the regulations have been, for insurer like us. Mr. Kundani. In terms of reactivating a policy. Do I really have to come to the branch to reactivate my policy, or I can just say, you know what, United Holdings, I need to reactivate my policy. Please, let's start the process. What do I have to do?
Okay, thank you, Ngozi. Yeah, you do not necessarily need to come to our branch. If you are a technology inclined person, you can call us, you can email us, or you can engage us on our website, and then we start our relationship afresh from there. You do not necessarily have to be at the branch. So you can tell us, and then we are able to send you the proposal form, or we are able to send you all the forms that you need to complete, and then you complete them and then you send them back to us and your policy becomes active. I must tell you that it's so easy to open up. It does not just apply to a reactivating old policies, because even taking up a new cover is that easy. We have had clients that are not even in the country, that are outside the country, who are able to take up new cover, take up new policies for their loved ones who are here. So that's just how easy it is. We make it that easy for you because we do not want a distance to come in between us. Even if it's a long distance relationship, we're still committed to make it work throughout. So in short, you don't necessarily need to be in the office. You can email us, you can WhatsApp us, you can see us on our website, and then we reactivate our relationship.
That's wonderful. Hey, Mr. Kundani Zawaye Kibeli Pasi, Ntega Manzini, it's another story. Na fuel ukuvukela malanga laphelile kwetha nje yani cabanga nengi Mr. Kundani. So balalele emakhaya, you can use any of the methods that Mr. Kundani has mentioned. He has mentioned emailing, he has mentioned WhatsApping, he has mentioned calling us, which is an alternative to you coming to the branch to reactivate your policy. It's important that we stay covered at all times. I have an unfortunate situation, Mr. Kundani. I had opened a cover for my grandma, and I was paying for it cash. You know, I thought, you know what, since it's 48 Malangeni, you know, I'll just pass by the cash office and pay the policy. 2 months, I forgot. 2 consecutive months, I forgot to pay my premiums. And yeah, you know, some of these things you just forget. Not because you wanted to forget. You wanted to remember, not to forget. But hey, things happen. So my unfortunate situation is that my grandma passed away and I couldn't claim because I forgot to pay my premiums. So I want to find out, Guti, once someone has realized, like me, Guti, you know what, this thing of paying cash, of going to the branch and paying cash is not working. Am I able to switch my method of payment to another method of payment? No matter I am paying cash, I should stick to cash forever and ever.
Okay, that's very unfortunate because I'm so sorry for your policy which you were not able to claim for. But I think if you had called me on the side, I would have helped you. Back to your question. To come back to your question, it's very easy for us to change our payment method. Let me tell you the truth. It's very true what you have just alluded to now. Our premiums are so low such that you can easily forget to pay them. I'll give an example. On your way to coming to pay for your policy here, you can meet someone who is selling umbila and you buy your umbila and you forget to pay your premium for 11 rand and malangen, and then your policy is now in arrears. So our premiums are that low that you can easily forget to pay them. However, to just cover yourself, you can choose other payment method too. To say, for example, if you are working if you're a civil servant, you can be able to use what we call Treasury Deductions, where you say every month we will just receive your premiums from Treasury. You do not necessarily need to be coming up every month to pay your premium. Or you can say, you know what, every month go to my bank and then get your premiums through what we call a debit order. So when we do a debit order, what it does is that on the date that you have chosen, for example, we've got deduction dates for the 4th, deduction dates for the 22nd, for the 24th, and deduction dates for the last day of the month. On that day that you choose, that you have chosen, that you have told us to go to your bank to get your premiums, we will just go to your bank and we will get the premium. So for you, Nje, it's just to make sure that you choose a date where you know that you have not yet spent all your money. I know it's very easy to go and then you swipe it all out. So just choose a date. If you know that you get your money is on the 22nd, it's very important that you choose a date that is close to the day that you get your money. And then should you then feel that you no longer need to use a debit order as a payment method, you can easily change again. You've got another payment method. You can either, maybe you have switched banks, you can use what you call a stop order, or maybe you want to say, you know what, before my money leaves my employer, I just want my money to go straight to what? To my premiums. We can still have what you call source deductions. Those we offer when you come to us as a group. So if again you say, okay, fine, I am like that person who wants to see my money first and then I'm the one to let it go, you can still be able again to use what we call Lama mobile payments, which are your email and your mobile payments. So it's very easy, because I want to assure you, once you choose a payment method, you are not obliged, or you don't say that's finish and clap. You can change every month if you want to test them. This month we can do your debit order, next month you do your step order, next month you do your mom. But it's important that you choose one payment method and you stick to it so that you don't forget and your policy stays active.
Emaswati, Mr. Kundana, I'm not sure how do I translate it to English. Maybe I can say sing once, sing twice. Definitely, I have actually resorted with the, what source deduction is perfect. Let the employer do all the deductions on my salary, and then I'll have a peaceful life, knowing that I have paid all my policies. I don't have to be going to queue and pay my policies. Says Vala, Mr. Kundani, what are your closing remarks in terms of what we're talking about today? Policy, reactivating the policies, and making sure that my policy are in good status.
Okay, thank you, guys. My closing remarks are to say, our clients, please, I know this subject, when we talk about it like this, it then becomes very scary. This is not supposed to be scary. This is just to make sure that you, as our client, you know exactly what is expected from you, so that you avoid surprises at claim stage. What I would love our clients to understand, or our clients to observe, is that an insurance policy, just like any other contract, it is an agreement between two people who commit themselves to say, you will do this, I will do this. So it's very important that you also stick to what is expected of you, which is, among other things, payment of your premiums and updating of your what policy details, so that everything is what is up to date. And then another thing that I also want to say in closing is that our clients, please feel free. These are your offices. We are your people. We are here for you to service you. Should you have challenges, or should you need clarity, should you need help, feel free to contact us. We have got so many contact points that you can utilize. Do not wait to have a problem, then you call. Call us even when everything else is okay. Just say, hi, Brother United, I'm just here today as your client. I just want to see, is everything okay on my policy? Or just call us, hi, can you please just check my policies, even if you know what you have paid last month, so that you continuously have that engagement and that confidence that your policy is active. And then lastly, please feel free, when you want to change your payment methods, it's very easy. We are here for you. We can communicate with you. We can do that for you easily, and it is free of charge. One thing that I know, I had a very interesting conversation the other time with another valuable client of mine who wanted to make changes, and he was afraid to come to make changes because he thought you'll be charged, when you want to make changes to your policy. Please know that when you're making changes to your policy, it's free of charge. You are not charged of updating your policy. So then that should give you a reason. Every time you have something that needs to be updated on your policy, you just be in contact with us, and then we update it for you, and your policy stays active. I think those will be my last remarks on today's topic.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kundani. Let me just give this to our clients, there is a very cheap way to make sure, a very cheap and affordable way to make sure you check on your policies or you ask any question you want to ask. No airtime needed, no bus fare needed. We just need your time. You can call our toll-free number, which is 800-1010. You can talk as much as you can. You can call us every day if you need to call us every day to check if the details that you're updating have been updated, to check whatever that you want to check. You call 800-1010, you get the assistance that you need. You are not going to use your airtime, you're not going to use you're not going to be paying bus fare or fuel in your car to come here. So please do make use of the number 800-1010 to ask any question that you may have, to check details, a policy, anything that you want to know. You can dial that number and get the assistance that you need. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you, Mr. Gundani. Thank you for your time. Thank you to our wonderful viewers that joined us today on the program. Of course, we are doing our weekly competition. We have a winner from last week's program. Vami Sideluke, the Umhlandweni Ndlunkulu, is our winner from our program last week, where we had our brand ambassador, Mr. Bonke Shabangu, that assisted us with the question. So this week, Mr. Gundani, question letting. So tomorrow morning, do stay tuned to come to the page to find out who's Mr. Gundani as part of our weekly competition. We are nearing the end of the year. As I said, Mr. Gundani and Mr. Matebula from our United Health Insurance, they will be coming back next week to tell us, for the festive season, what do they have in their bag as Father Christmas Day. Do stay tuned to find out what they have in store for you as part of their festive promotion. Tomorrow is Black Friday. Please, Abego, please be responsible, Malangin Lamate. What can you tell info lebeing 200 before Black Friday, saying 300 just because it's Black Friday, you find yourself paying that much money because you think it's cheaper. It might not be on sale. Some actually inflates the prices in Black Friday. So please be careful, be responsible with the money. Of course, Labola that want to make use of the opportunities, I must say, United Pay is there to help you. Within the day, you have and make use of the sales. So let us be responsible. Just because we 90% off, 90% off, 90% off. So please do make sure, be careful as you go out to shop tomorrow. May I wish you a wonderful and blessed weekend. Inkosi Musa Ibe Nani, sikhumbule to sanitize our hands, wear our masks. Sigwemeti icubu khona nje sihlezi inombolo ihlale nje tingakhuphuki ihlale nje lephasi la khona noma ugcine nje sekude nje vele nje kungizero nje sihlale la kulo zero kuze wabo 20 banyana. Sibonga inkosi yamusa inibusise Mr. Gundani saluvalelisa sengiyathi ma close remarks washito nyalo sesiyavalelisa.
No, I know we have such a good time, especially with our viewers when they come here. I think maybe just in closing, I would just like to say thank you so much for all those that have continued to be with us and continue to tune into your show. It is quite a very interesting show that brings closure to us on very important matters. So thank you, boss. I'm happy and I'm honored to be invited and to come and alert and also update our clients on what is important for their policies, as well as giving them gifts, like you said, Ngozi. As we were talking, I was already shopping online to see where where they have got a Black Friday for those Santa Claus here. So I already have eyes on something. So
we're expecting that Santa Claus hat and beard, Mr. Dan.
Next week, so I need to buy.
No, let's hope next week utabufaki lesigqoko sakho sibonane. Mhlambe for the first time we'll be seeing you with umkhaba, since we are not used to seeing you with umkhaba. So thank you so much, Mr. Kundani. See you next week. Same time, same place, same me, same you with Mr. Matsebula joining us. Have a blessed weekend, sir.